Okay, welcome back to today's class. I hope you enjoyed the last class, where Michael tried to solve this question and got a particular answer. Now, from the look of things, let's see how the solution of this question would be. Now, what will I do when I see a question like this? Now, from my basic knowledge in mathematics, or my few knowledge in mathematics basically, what I will do here is to say that construct or convert this to something of this form, where I have what? 5 raised power 2x minus 5 raised power 1 dot 5 raised power x. Now, how do I get this? From laws of indices, when I have a raised power, say x, times a raised power y, what does that imply? It implies that what? A becomes what? X plus y. The same base, make it 1, add the powers because of what? Multiplication. Now, in this case, what am I trying to get? This is 3 plus 6 all equals to 0. Now, I've identified questions like this, where to solve these questions effectively is to say, let any variable, say a, be equals to what? 5 raised power x. Doing this makes your equation quadratic before you now get your value of x. So if a equals to 5 raised power x, what does that imply? It implies that this becomes what? 5 raised power x or raised power 2 from law of indices minus 5 times 5 raised power x plus 6 all equals to 0. Now, substituting the value of a, which is 5 raised power x, now gives us what? A squared minus 5a plus 6 all equals to 0. At this point, solving, quadratically, right, what will I have? Minus 5 plus 6. This is going to be 6 minus 1 will give us, or minus 1 plus 6. Minus 6 plus 1, will give us minus 5. But this is plus 6. So that does not work. So what will work here is what? Minus 3 plus 2, minus 2. Where I have what? A squared minus 3 minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0. And at this point, factorizing now gives us what? A into A minus 3 minus 2 into A minus 3 all equals to 0. Finally, A minus 3, A minus 2 equals to 0, and A equals to 2 or 3. Now, this is not the answer because I'm looking for what? For x. And to solve is to say when A equals to 3, any of them, it implies that what? From this equation back, I have 3 equals 5 raised power what? X. Alright? When A equals to what? 3 equals to what? 5 raised power what? X. And as I taught you in one of our recent classes, I said introduce what? Logarithm to both sides. And at this point, what happens? This now becomes what? Log 3 equals to x log what? 5. Alright? And to get my x is to divide both sides by what? Log 5. By log 5. Leave my answer to what? X equals to 0.4771 over 0.6989. Whatever you get, that's the value. First value of x. And for the second value of x, when a equals to 2, what does that imply? It implies that from this same equation also, I would say that what? 2 equals to 5 raised power x. Introducing logarithm again becomes what? Log 2 equals to log 5 raised power x. And at this point, going further, I have log 2 equals to x log what? 5. Right? Finally, divide by what? Log 5 by log 5. Leaving my answer to be x equals to 0.6989 over 0.3010, which is the value of what? Log 2. Sorry, it should be the opposite. 0.3010 over 0.6989. And whatever you get is your final answer. So automatically, my x values will be both positive because my a values are also what? Both positive. And that is the right solution to this question. Thank you for watching and see you in my next class.